So welcome to day 4 of the Captain's Blog, and as you can see just how bad my face and nose has all got swollen. Ew. Yes, it looks worse than it feels. It's not too sore. So anyway, as you can see, the attire has also changed because just after I've been burnt, twitchy hand there, we're back to April weather, grey, raining. Ew. So we're just, as you can see, that is Acle Bridge right in front of us. So I'm going to go through the bridge, stop, get some water and pop into my home boatyard and get an extra blanket because believe it or not, the temperatures from now on in are going to get less and less and less, and we're looking at overnight temperatures of about 4 degrees Celsius. So I want an extra blanket to stay snug at night, so I'm going to stop in there. Then it's off to Potter Heigham, and after Potter Heigham I'm saying River Ant. So that's my rough plan for the day. Potter Heigham and then somewhere on the River Ant, maybe even get up to Stalham. So far on the Captain's Blog we've experienced a lot of wind on the camera, and now it's going to be a case of rain because when you have a boat, by the way, people who haven't had a boat, let me just explain this. When you have a boat and it rains, most boats don't have windscreen wipers, and boats that do have windscreen wipers, 99% of the time, they don't really work, shall we put it politely. And this is a boat that doesn't really work. It kind of wipes the screen and just smears water. So that's why I'm wearing this, so I can drive upstairs and stay dry reasonably. But of course it will mean that the camera will get wet if I bring that out for play. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see how much I can get for you today. But for now, more as it happens. So hi guys, just an update. I'm inside the boat and I just looked back at a clip that I recorded earlier on the camera screen, and the monstrosity that is my face. I do apologise. This is most horrible for you to have to put up with this sort of beetroot in front of your screens. It looks awful, but it actually isn't that painful, and I'm just hoping that, you know, no lasting damage is done, and that's just me being stupid, being in the sun for too many hours, and with the breeze hitting your face when you're outside on a boat, you don't feel it, you have no idea, and then you suddenly think, oh, that's a bit sore, and then you come in and you're like, oh my god. Anyway, so just an update for you. Left Acle, got an extra blanket from the boatyard, got some more oil for the engine because we are using quite a lot. That's probably because of going almost into Norwich and then all the way back again. Long trip, many hours of the engine doing its thing. And the engine's probably about 30 years old, so, you know, it's an old BMC, it's hardly modern technology. On the Bure now, heading down towards the junction with the River Therm, where we'll head down to Potter Heigham, where I will go to Latham's, try and get some cream and other essentials like kitchen towel and stuff like this, and then leave Latham's and Potter Heigham and come down the Therm and turn right onto the Bure and then right again onto the River Ant, and we'll go up to Stalham. So that's the plan for today. So as more happens, I will show you. I suppose the only thing that can be said is that the fact that my area around my eyes is completely white goes to show how important it is to buy decent sunglasses with 100% UV protection, because had that not have been, although it would have maybe blended in all the more, it is quite serious in all joking aside. You know, UV light, cataracts, etc. So I know I'm sounding like an old man here saying, no people, don't worry, I'm not going to start telling people what to do, and, you know, don't listen to loud music, stay out of the sun, be boring. No. A little
I just wanna take a walk on the ground.
So this is the moorings where I am here at Potter Heigham, and they're very lovely here, very quiet, just opposite Herbert Woods. I've just visited Latham's and look at that beauty. Oh God, it's good to see you. So whack some of that on now. I also got some healing cream for rashes, sunburn, etc. I'll put that on later on. But I've got some protection, goddammit, so that's good stuff. So it is, as you can see, just 5 minutes past 12 and the redness continues. And I'm just going to have a bite to eat. Just in front of me here, you will have seen earlier the boat in question. I'm sorry I didn't catch your forum handle, but met the first people in all of my holidays that I've actually seen with my own eyes displaying a forum logo from the Norfolk Broads forum. That's the Norfolk-Broads.co.uk. If you're passionate about the Broads, boating, just got some questions to ask really, that's the forum to go to. Other forums are available, such as the norfolkbroads.net. So I met those, and then I went off into Latham's. Now, despite the fact that the sun is out, and God, it's hot in the sun, we've certainly got some cloud building, and I fear that later on, or certainly tonight, I think that's going to be some rain. The water levels are a little bit lower than they usually would be, more noticeably on the southern Broads than the northern. I'd say right about now they're about half a foot down from what I would normally see. You can just see the tide line on the banks. I didn't check to see what the clearance was under Potter Heigham Bridge though. So you join me here in the forward cabin, and I'm not sure if the camera microphones are going to pick this up, but this is what I term bow slap. This is where the hull of the boat has a low wash feature. How good at low wash performance these really are, I'm not sure, but it's a crease in the hull that's moulded in, and what happens if I just shut up for a moment is you'll be able to hear this sound of the water slapping at the hull. Now, if you can imagine you're lying here trying to get to sleep at night, that's not a sound that's going to soothe you to sleep. It might some, but it certainly is quite bothersome. And the reason why this is because the little wavelets here, they're coming this way and they're hitting the front of the boat. Now, should you moor on a stretch of river, you've turned off the engine, you're settling down and you think, hold on a minute, we've got bow slap going on. Then my advice, before too long, is start the boat up, spin it round so the stern is facing the little wavelets, and this sound will dramatically reduce. Now, of course, it might be 3 AM in the middle of the night when the tide turns, and now you're going to have it then, but at least that's something later on. At least you'll have some degree of peace to begin with. So that's just a little top tip there. This is male engineering for you, okay? This is an old-fashioned can opener, and this is a can of hot dogs, and I want the hot dogs. But the can opener isn't playing ball with the can because the lip of this particular can is quite tall. I think that's why. I haven't used one of these since I was a little kid, so I think I've figured it out, but I'm not 100% sure. So we've made a hole. So let's just let's come back to this a second. Right, see, that goes in like that, but then that's not gripping. It's not doing actually bugger all. And you know what? I usually bring my own can opener, but not this time. See, what I did was I sort of did this, hooked that over like that, and then see, it wants to go, but it doesn't. It goes in, makes a hole, and then it's hell to get out. Bloody thing. Right, hold on. I'm going to have these hot dogs, so now we've gone for the screwdriver approach. Don't try this at home. Oh, look at that, it's working. Come on, you. Come on, my son. I only need enough space to get to one hot dog and then we can get the rest out. But I don't want to end up in A&E with a stab wound. Or like major lacerations off the can. Okay, we're getting there. At this point, food hygiene goes out the window. But I think that now, you just see that without tipping everything. That's how you open a can on a boat. Right, now get a fork and a plate. Oh, you know what? It's not going to work. I need to work it some more, I think. I think I need to get in here a bit. Oh, well, this is how you work here. This is how you open a can with a screwdriver. Right, come on. Oh my god, it's so close. This is the power of advertising. Wetherspoons have started selling hot dogs. I haven't had hot dogs for ages, and I thought, oh, I know. When I'm in Latham's, I'll get myself some hot dogs for lunch. Didn't think it was going to be like this though. People are texting me. Go away, people. I'm having a food crisis. Okay, chip away some of the brine. I've got one out! Right. There we go. Lunch is gonna be done. The water's boiling. Right. Stell and Tesco's new can opener, because I've got more cans, like me can of peas. I'm talking of that, I'm having peas. Sauté potatoes later, and this steak. Can't go wrong with that. Well, unless you're vegetarian. But that, I'm going to get some red wine. But for now I'm going to eat my lunch. I'll be back later. I don't know how I look with the sun cream. I think it's made it all shiny and more red. I don't know, but it feels cool, so that's good. More later. So look, here we are, this glorious day here on the River Bure. You can actually see, or perhaps you can just make out here, the water levels are lower than they usually are. And it seems the more into the Northern River system that I'm getting, the more signs of low water I'm finding. You can just see the tide line on the reeds, exposed banks and so on. This is a lovely day to have a flybridge boat like this, and now I've got my sun protection, my hat, the sunglasses, it's all good, and I can enjoy it and be outside. So we're going to be progressing along here on the River Bure, and when we come to the mouth of the Ant, which is not too far past St Benet's Abbey, we'll be turning right there and heading up my favourite river, which is the River Ant, and coming under Ludden Bridge, which even when the rivers are low, one does have to kneel down here and look through here, and then through the windows in the front to navigate Ludden Bridge. It is a blustery day, as I'm sure you can pick up on the microphone, so I'm hoping that there will be minimal traffic at Ludden Bridge, because trying to hold station in this boat is interesting, especially with the rather non-responsive engine. He thinks about it. Once it's chugging along, look at it, it's fine. It's just, you know, you can't, there's not a lot of torque, there's not a lot of power to sort of correct things in close quarters, as on some boats with more modern engines that I've been used to. The wind has got up, so I better turn off for now and update you as and when what happens. So that's what it's saying, that's what's saying. I'm surprised it's not more room. Anyway, we're going under regardless. Over plenty. It's just over 8'3". Oh, it's touching 8'6". This is an 8'5" boat. I think it's more than 8'3", but 8'6" is good enough for me. So just ahead of us here is Barton Broad. Just come through the beautiful moorings at Ersted, where there's the church, which is thatched, and it always seems like the bird song is extra loud and plentiful through Ersted. Of course, once we get on the Broad, you can already see on the waters the winds causing ripples to be, and the winds already building up. But not too long after crossing Barton, we'll have the river up to Stalham and the boatyards at Richardson's, and from there it's a very short walk into Stalham itself, where I will be stopping off at Tesco's for a few supplies, most importantly a can opener and a bottle of red wine. Beautiful cruise up the Ant today, really has been very nice. So that's Tesco, that's the red building just there, and this is the lane that leads from Tesco. You come down here with your wine, your beer and your food, and you see the main bypass road, and there's a kind of pedestrian footpath up to a crossing, which I'll show you in a moment. So there's the footpath up to the main road, and that's where we've just come from. So we go up here. Now bear in mind, in the summer this is very grown with brambles and nettles, and there's the crossing to cross over. So I'll cross over and then we'll take on from there. So you walk up here, you cross here, down there is the bus stop. So if you're going from or to Wroxham, down there is the bus stop on that side of the road. But this here leads down, and there is basically the stave at Stalham. So let's head off down there. So we've walked down here, we come to this little green. Here is the stave, that's Moonfleet Marine. And we need to follow this round, and over here is the Museum of the Broads. So you come round the stave, there's the Museum of the Broads, you come along this road here, down here and turn right, and this is Richardson's Boatyard at Stalham. And then you come in from that entrance there into the boatyard, and there's all your glorious boats. So where were you, these people? Look at this gorgeous weather, cheap prices, and hardly anybody's bothered to turn up to hire a boat. Awful lot of work going on here at Richardson's. Real kind of buzz in the air. Investment. I don't know if you could see just over here, new surfacing's gone down at the quays when people turn up in their cars to unload. Got your recycling, so your glass bottles, plastics, papers, don't just throw them away when you come on the boat, you can recycle them here. But I've moored way down there around the corner. You can't even see, but it's, unless it's drifted off, it is there. But I'm not going to be staying here tonight. I'm going to unload my shopping and then I'm off to a wild mooring on the River Ant and crack open a beer and watch the sunset. And of course in there, that's where they're building the Broadlander. Soon to be finished and launched. Just one little tip, if you moor here overnight and you want to go into Stalham, this is lit at night, so this is the key you want to moor at if you can. I think that's San Julian. I think she's lost her top windscreen. Oh. Is it San Julian? No, it's Contessa. Same as my boat, or the one next door, but 37 foot instead of 32 foot. Here's to there now. Which I hired last year, end of August. Wind's got up again, lemon wind. Here I am, nestled in here. Oh. There we are, and now watch it all fall off into the water. So I quite like this Eastern Gem, but I'm undecided about the fact that it's only got a side door and it's very narrow. It's a 10'9" wide boat, it's not very big. Anyway, so the time is 10 minutes to 5. Time to unload and get going. So if you can hear me, the plan is now across Barton Broad, through Ersted, down a little way, and then on the right hand side is my favourite wild mooring, which you've seen in previous captain's blogs. And Kev and Heidi, I believe. Heidi, is it? I know it's Kev. They moored there as well with Fair Jubilee. So that's where I'm going to go, and because it's warm I got myself some white wine, and because it was cheap it had to be Pinot Grigio, so it's not red and it's not posh, but then I am red and I'm not posh. Yay! More later. Well, this is something you don't often see on the River Ant. Lucky them. Gently meandering up the river with the little breeze there is, in silence. Not sure about the colour of the sail. Well, that's a spinnaker they're using. Oh, he's good, he knows his sails. But yeah, very pretty. I am, however, wondering, with the building clouds, I'm not sure if you can just see some of this, if perhaps we're going to be in for some rain and possibly even some thunder later. It did rain this morning, it's been a lovely day, but usually when it's been a warm lovely day and the clouds come in at night, it's going to be thunder, so I wouldn't be surprised. That's fine as long as it keeps dry until I moor, because there's nothing worse than trying to moor in the rain. So it's a lovely day, it's 25 minutes past 5 in the evening. I would guess I would get to the mooring by about 6:15, so we'll see. Possibly before then. I'm closer to Barton Broad. In fact, Barton Broad's just ahead of me, hence why the breeze has stiffened again. So I apologise for the way I'm looking, but so I've been shielding you from looking at my face, and basically showing you what I see. And the wind has put pay to me speaking anymore, so until more, bye for now. So I'm almost out of battery power actually. I might not, oh for goodness sake wind, why? I'm almost out of battery, I start speaking and it comes up. Over here is my favourite wild mooring, but I don't think I'm going to stop there actually. I think I'm going to go on a little bit further, more up at Johnny Crow's Stave. If you don't know what that is, it's a little cutting off the River Ant. It's got a little bit of grass. I moored there a couple of times, been there in February, it was lovely actually. So that's where I think I'm going to go. Let me just show you this. So that is the mooring, that's possibility number 2. Lovely as it is, it's not got a lawn. Okay, so here is Johnny Crow's Stave, and I'm going to turn the boat round in a second. I'm just coming past nice and slow to show you. So this is the vista you have before you here, but the actual cut in, as you can see, you've got a tree there you can tie to, and then well, I suppose you could tie to both trees, but it's only little, but it's almost like you've got your little garden there. How nice is that? So that's where I think I'm going to be mooring up for this evening. And the swans, they can come by in a bit and have some food. And just round there, in fact you might just be able to see it through the trees, is start of the moorings for How Hill. So it's very close to How Hill. And you'll be lucky to bag this in the season. Anyway, I'm going to turn around and go in there. So here is Johnny Crow's Stave here on the River Ant. As you can see, almost purpose-built for this boat. If you had your aft end sticking out, I suppose you could get up to a 37-40 foot boat in here. You'll notice there is a post provided there. Now the ground is really hard, it hasn't rained. So I couldn't get the rond anchor in and had to find a previous hole that another rond anchor was in. But it's not particularly sort of tidal here, so that'll hold fine. And then here is my sort of garden. Someone's obviously had a fire here, or a barbecue, which not so great really because you've killed off all of the grass, but hey ho. But this is what it's all about. You've got open marshland there, and your boat here. Now of course, if you come in the season, you manage to bag this mooring. Maybe you've come in the car, a couple of easy chairs, get them out. What a way to end the day, just to sit back, watch the sunset. So if you have been, thanks for watching day 4 of the Captain's blog. I know these blogs aren't quite the usual, not so well done, interesting, horrible face, not so much pretty stuff going on from the boat, but it's difficult to do with this kind of boat, steering and places you can put the camera and so on and so forth. But anyway, it's blogging my trips on the Norfolk Broads, that's the point of it. So until tomorrow, thanks for watching.